What's up, YouTube? It's your Lord Savior King the Free 5 Free here, and I screwed up a recording. I played through the next episode of Fire Emblem 7, but my mic wasn't working. So we're gonna have to post-commentary this. Don't you love post-commentary? I don't, but we're gonna have to make do because, well, it's just how it be sometimes. So, for those of you who don't remember what we did last time we did a stream in which we essentially replayed through the first 6 chapters of Fire Emblem 7. Because if you don't remember, I started this channel a long time ago. And a long time ago, I played through this Fire Emblem game. The first Fire Emblem game I ever played. Not beat, just played. And now we find ourselves getting at it again. For the third time, technically, because I'm redoing this. Lyn takes her leave of Arfin, finding no aid from its spiteful Marquess. Now, she and her companions resume their march towards Kallen in earnest. Racing against time, with her grandfather's life the prize. Harried and impatient, Lyn presses onward. Suddenly, a young boy appears and pleads for their assistance. I've never been a fan of post-commentary. I always feel it's a little bit worse than doing as around. Chapter 7, Siblings Abroad. I always feel it's hard to give natural, funny dialogue when you're not playing. Please! Somebody! Please help! That's enough! Get out now! I want none of your trouble! But, sir, why? You were so kind yesterday. I thought you were just 2 kids. A couple of traveling performers. If those men are chasing you, you must be up to no good. Now get up and get out! You're a plague on decent folk! But... Whew, what a mess. Back when I originally recorded that, I mistook him for someone else entirely. Where are we, Kent? This is Cathalet. If we head due south, we'll pass into Kallen. From here, I'd say we're about 10 days' ride to Castle Kallen. Assuming we don't run into any delays, of course. 10 days. You will die in 10 days. Pardon me, but... Yes, can I help you? You and your friends, are you mercenaries? And if we are? I need your help! Milady Lindis, you mustn't let your guard down, not even for a child. I know. Forgive me, but we're in a hurry. Is there someone else you can ask? There's no time! Ninian's been... It's my sister! Some men have taken her away! Your sister? Did you say your sister's been accosted? Sain? That pauses me telling Sain not to be horny right now. That's right, by some cruel, awful man. I don't know what I'll do without her. Milady Lindis, we must help him. Nonsense, we haven't the time. The Marquess is as ill as we heard. We must proceed. Kent, I want to help this child. Milady? I'm worried about my grandfather, of course. But this... I cannot stand and let a child be taken from her home. I see. I'm sorry, Kent. I'm your loyal retainer. You owe me no apologies. You must do as your heart dictates, milady. I will follow you no matter where that may lead. Thank you. Ha! Such a noble speech! Ever the true knight, that one. Ah, well, you're in luck, laddie. Let's go get your sister. And then I questioned if I should make him, Scottish. I am not making him Scottish. Will you lead us to the men who've done this? Uh-huh. They're really tough, so be careful. Leave them to us. We're pretty tough ourselves, right, Dwayne? No, I'm dead weight. You're the tough one. Yes, I said that in the original version, too. Ah! Oh no! Found him. Come on. Expect to Nurgle with you. Quiet now. No! Let Ninian go! We ain't supposed to kill you, but we sure can rough you up. Get him! And then I stupidly thought that was someone else that protected him. No, it was just Lynn. Who do you think you are? Not who I thought she was, that's for damn sure. Lynn! Let the boy's sister go. Ah, so you want to help the kid, huh? What a shame. You're gonna die for something that don't concern you. You think so, do you? Do we look so meek to you? I think you're in for a terrific surprise. Stupid girl. You'll regret those words. Get 'em, boys! Starting this chapter, you'll be able to use the preparation screen. On this screen, you can choose who will fight, equip different items, and arrange your formation among other things. If you have no special preparations to make, simply press start. This starts the chapter of the same group you were using at the end of the last chapter. So yeah, now I make my preparations for the map. First I check and see what type of units are on the field to ensure I bring the perfect type of units for the map. Ultimately, as there are no spear units, I end up bringing Dorcas. I mean, not bringing Dorcas. I replace Dorcas with Raph, because while there are no flyers, he can still get off easy chip damage. That's the only change I make, because there are no, chests on the map, and as such, no reason to bring Matthew. I'll skip ahead a little, because other than that, all I do are put the riders up front to get to that village faster so it doesn't get destroyed. And I put Florina up top for absolutely no reason. So let's skip forward a bit. Oh, I also swap around items. I give the angelic robe to Urk as he has low health. And I give a sword I had on Urk to, Kent. I see we're facing a shaman, Dwayne. I've heard they're practitioners of the dark arts and are fearsome foes. We'll have to be careful. What? Who are you? Please forgive me. I never meant to startle you. Your robes. They look like religious vassaltry. Are you an Elamine bishop? Yes. Well, no. I'm only an acolyte. An Elamine monk, to be specific. My name's Lucius. Do you have business with us? I was in the inn when this child came seeking help. The innkeeper was afraid to get involved. He was quite unpleasant. I wasn't afraid of him. I'm used to being treated that way. That's awful. May I please lend you my services? I truly wish to help the boy, if only a little. Of course. Thank you so very much. The blessings of Saint Elamine be upon you. The monk Lucius has joined your group. Monks are users of magic of light. Those who wield magic are highly attuned to its flow. They have high resistance. Units with high magic resistances can reduce the damage caused by magic. When magic users battle each other, they often find it hard to hurt each other. The light magic of monks is strongest to dark magic favored by shamans. Lucius should come in handy. Let's put his magic to the test. Have Lucius attack the shaman below. You wish me to attack the shaman? Very well. I stupidly tried to have him attack from there because I'd prefer he be closer to the village. I beg your pardon, but I prefer to attack from here. And I give him shit because I'm annoyed by this. And quite frankly, I'm still annoyed by it. Hey look, it's a window that shows that I'm perfectly fine being his ass. I can't kill him, but I'll take very little damage and a very low chance of being hit. Also, there's no crit chance against me. I also explained the weapon triangle, the magic weapon triangle, which is light beats dark, dark beats anima, anima being fire and lightning, and anima beats light. I can help too. Nils, you can fight? No. But I'm a bard, and bards are useful to have around. A bard? Do you mean you're a minstrel? This is no place for a ballad or a saltarello. You'll notice a pause there. I was having trouble with that too. Come on, trust me. I'm all yours, Dwayne. It's time to see what Nils can do. The music played by bards allows you to move twice in the same turn. However, bards cannot engage in combat, so be careful not to expose them to danger. So, yeah, unlike nowadays, where dancers can in fact fight, back in the day, dancers were unable to defend themselves. That changed around Fire Emblem 9, I believe, in, Ike's games. The, Radiant games. You'd like me to play for Lucius, right? And of course I go to the spot they tell me to, because they want Lucius to be danced in that specific area. What do you think? That was lovely. Invigorating even. You ought to play for me sometime. I could use the boost. Everyone could. My music can refresh you all. For the power of Nils' music, Lucius can move again this turn. Bards get experience by playing music. Use Nils' powers often to increase his skill. So I then go on to show you guys that, yep, he has no strength, no skill, and no weapons. Nil cannot fight others. So yeah, we'll want to do our best to keep Nils out of combat. I mean, you normally want to keep dancers out of combat anyway. But we want to keep dancers like Nils out of combat even more than we already do with modern day dancers. I prepare to kill this man with Kent, but then I realize I want to keep my levels even, so I check to see which Christmas Cav can use the attack more. It is in fact Kent. He is one level behind Sain, so we slice this man up with a sword. Now, talking about what you're doing as you're doing it is easy, because you can just talk out your thought process. But as this is me in the past, it's really hard to tell you what my thought process is past the main move. And the main move here is to get everybody as far right as fast as humanly possible. The example to this is Florina. While I originally intended sending Florina right... Oh, one moment. Maybe I can get some firewood in it. Huh? Who's there? Who are you? Ah, you're just passing through? Pay me no mind. I was just thinking out loud. You see, there's an old tree on the other side of this mountain. It's just a dead old snag, really. I was just thinking of some way I could put it to good use. As I said, it's nothing that needs to concern you. So then I bring your attention to the snag, which I was before finding it, obviously. And as memory serves, the point of a snag is when you attack it, it will become a bridge on the river. I, of course, stare confusedly at the snag because what use does it have? There's no units over there. There's no chest over there. I checked to see if those smaller mountains can be passed over. They can't. So I don't know why that snag's there either. I believe some Fire Emblem games have hidden items, so it's possible it's a hidden item by the snag that I could go to, but I'd never find out. What I do find out looking at the snag, however, is that there's a lot of magic users down there, and I know from prior experience that Pegasus Knights are very good at fighting magic users. So I checked Florina's stats to see if she'd stand a chance against the Shaman, and more importantly, if I could fight the Shaman without getting the axe unit down there involved. Ultimately, I see that as long as I keep her in the mountains, I can keep her out of the range of the axe units, and in range to javelin that Shaman. So now Florina is going to separate from the rest of the group to fight the shaman, while the rest of the group goes right to save the village. That's quite a group you've gotten yourself involved with. You do know you're facing the Black Fang, right? Anyone they target winds up, well, you know. No one escapes the Fang. That's what they say anyway. You and those odd children? I'd say you're finished. Not that I'll have any part in it. Course not. I then check to see if any of the enemies have weapons they'll drop. The only weapon they'll drop is that iron lance with that axe user. Sadly, I'm going to fuck up mildly, because I'm going to kill that axe user with somebody with a full, set of equipment. And this game does not have the, caravan. Or whatever it's called. I honestly don't remember what it's called. I just called it a caravan. So when I do kill that unit, I'm gonna have to end up dropping an item. Luckily, I do have a leftover item from the last map that's almost worthless to me. I was worried as I was doing this, because I didn't know if it was only axe units that destroyed villages, or if any unit could destroy a village. So I was afraid that sword unit would attack the village. Luckily for me, it seems the sword unit will not destroy villages, so I was in fact able to get there relatively quickly. I now check to see if Florina can one-round this thing, or if I have to stay in the mountains. Ultimately, she can in fact double and kill it with the slim lance. She can't double with anything else, so I take the slim lance to its face. Oh, sorry, no, I can use the iron lance to kill it. I apparently misremembered. Oh wait, no, it's the boss. The boss is the one I can only double with the slim lance. Luckily, Florina has somehow gotten enough con to double with the iron lance, so yeah. And that's got to keep her out of the range of that axe unit. As for the rest, they go forward to get to that village before it becomes scrap. Kent makes quick use of that axe unit, and I called the fort worthless because it hit me with a 20, but don't be like me. Don't be the kind of person that complain. Oh, bad level up for Kent. Sain is going to become a more useful unit than Kent, because Kent keeps getting bad level ups. And as you can see here, yep, there's no caravan. I have to choose an item to get rid of, and I choose to get rid of the door key. Is it possible the door key will be useful later? Yes, but I deem it more worthwhile to keep my items and my vulnerary. I then check the range of that enemy to ensure no one ends up in its range other than my Christmas calves, because my Christmas calves can take it. You will also find that during this map, there will be lots of times where I make sure to dance with Nils and to heal with Sarah, even when it's unnecessary. This is because that's the best way to grind their experience. So yeah, you will be seeing a lot of Nils dancing for no reason, a lot of people studying their movements so that Nils can dance them, like I did there with Sarah, and a lot of Sarah healing people who honestly do not need to be healed. I will be buying a lot of heal staves, staves, solely for the sake of grinding her. And with Sain getting a kill he really does not need, now I'm going to be able to protect that village. There really isn't much to explain here. I'm looking at its range and trying to figure out who I can have attack while keeping the others relatively safe. Ultimately, I end up going with the strategy of getting Raph the kill on that sword unit, because I forgot Raph is a pre-promote and doesn't really need the experience. So I started off treating him like a regular unit before remembering, oh yeah, pre-promote. And then I'm going to body black one sec. So, how much do you know about magic, huh? Magical attacks are special. You can't just avoid them like a sword or an axe. Not even if you're wearing armor. Who's tough against magic? Let me think. Well, anyone who uses magic or staves. Pegasus Knights, too. You've got others who need to battle magic users? I got some for 'em. It's a special kind of water. Pure water, it's called. To sprinkle a bit on and it'll protect you and lessen the damage you take a bit. Go on, take it. Don't be so shy. It's not like I'm giving you gold or anything. The stuff's strongest when you first put it on. It gets weaker as time passes, so be careful. And with that, Sain now has a completely full inventory. So I have to make a point in the future not to kill people who drop items with the Christmas calves, because they now have full inventory. This is around the point where I decide to block off Wrath of my sword users, because even if that sword unit can reach us, we'll be fine. I don't yet realize that axe wielder, that barbarian, is on top of a mountain. So he's the only one that can really reach us right now. So I don't even have to worry about sword-on-sword violence. I just have to worry about axe-on-sword violence. I also remember that Urk has a bunch of items I bought from the vendor on him, so I'll make it a point to try to get his stuff on the others later. I also foolishly don't realize that Lucius is hurt, so I could heal him with Sarah for more experience right now. It'll be up later that I remember to train Sarah and start actually healing people. And now I'm looking to see who has their full equipment, and it's only the Christmas calves, although Florina is pretty close. It's around this time that I decide Florina's going to take down all the magic users down here, and I try to make sure that she can attack that one to the right without fighting the boss. Because while she is going to fight the boss, I don't want to have to focus on two enemies at once. I'd rather be able to slowly take them each down one at a time to ensure Florina's safety. Luckily, the boss does not, in fact, move because for some reason, Fire Emblem bosses are allergic to movements. So she could take a single flux, get her hit back, and then she can immediately just kill it with her Iron Lance. I believe I do that first. Yeah, go around where the boss can't hit me, and Iron Lance it in the face. No chance of a crit, a chance of being hit, but that hit won't really do much to me. I mean, yeah, 4 is pretty decent damage at this point in time, but with the amount of HP I got and the fact that I can't double, it's perfectly fine. Perfectly manageable. And Florina doesn't get hit at all. From here, it's just a case of everybody to the right picking off the enemies here, and Florina taking on the mages at the bottom. I'm currently checking to see who that spellcaster can hurt, and honestly, that spellcaster isn't a danger to anybody, because while spellcasters are good at hitting through people's defenses, early in the game, everyone's attack is hot garbage. So while later on, these magic users will be a threat and a half, at the moment, they're a mild inconvenience at worst. The Flux users are probably the most dangerous of them all, but as you can see, Florina's taking care of them just fine. I feel like the others would have been able to take care of them too, but either way, let's have Lucius murder this man. I just realized I said anima magic is magic like fire and lightning, but no, lightning is light magic in this game. So was anima magic just... No, thunder, right. Thunder is the one that anima mages use, not lightning. I bring Raph there expecting to have him fight the mage, but then I stupidly put Lyn there, and I realize around this point that, oh crap, I just put Lyn in range of that flame mage, so I guess she's getting pot-shotted. But ultimately, it doesn't matter. There's no way that thing can one-round Lyn, it's perfectly fine. I also now give Sarah her heal stave. Woot. And a free play. Whenever I play for somebody, I'm going to speed it up because I will be doing a lot of worthless playing. And unlike a battle where you need to watch the intense fight to get your to wonder, God, am I going to survive this? Are we going to stand a chance? With playing, there's nothing to keep track of, no suspense, nothing to really pay attention to, just the animation. So yeah, Lyn gets attacked due to my bad placement, but it's fine. At this point, I've all but won the map. All that matters now is, can Florina take the boss on her own? So I check how Florina will do against the boss, and ultimately I find that, well, if the Iron Lance will do more damage, obviously, but with the Slim Lance, I get higher to hit, higher crit chance, less chance of being hit myself. So ultimately, I decided to go with the Slim Lance, because if I can increase my chance of hitting and decrease my chance of being hit, that'll be fine. It takes me a while to choose, because I remember the fact that they heal on top of thrones, and I don't remember how much they heal. It could have been 2, could have been 4, could have been 5. I didn't remember which. Luckily, it's 2. So using the weaker weapon was the smart choice. Because if it was a higher healing amount like 5, my attack would have been worthless. Lucky me, it was not that much. Oh, I was supposed to read that dialogue. Luckily, we can go back to read it. I may have gone back too far. There we go. Who are you? Who are you supposed to be? Playing the heroes of some foolish nightly romance? You may think you're helping the children, but you're only rushing to your doom. So yeah, we have the extremely shy Florina doing her job fighting a boss all on her own. It is interesting that we get the Armor Slayer before a map where there are no armor units. I spend this turn trying to decide how I want to go about taking these two out. I see that Urk, surprisingly enough, can just wipe this man off the map. So I have him wipe this man off the map. It is mildly annoying they have the exact same photo. Like, they don't, not photo, the same model, like there's no different whatsoever, but Like, I obviously don't expect a super detailed model, but I at least thought the enemy mage wouldn't have purple hair. Why the enemy mage has purple hair, I have no clue. So yeah, at this point it's just clean up. Blast you, stab you. The only reason I have Elliewood there, despite the fact, not Elliewood, what? The only reason I have Kent there is because I know he's of no danger there, and will be perfectly fine next to the mountain. I know he can't pass it, but I also don't care, because Florina has the boss handled. Blast! Elliewood's late. I wonder what's keeping him. Starting to fake my axe will rust before he finds his way here. At this point, I get surprised, because I know who that character is, And I have no clue why the fuck he's here. I actually forget entirely that we meet him and the Elliewood person he mentioned this early. I thought we only meet them later in the game, but no. We meet them as early as now. Florina gets a lucky miss here, but at the same time, I realize that while that's great, I don't want to be cocky. If I attack with her and get hit again, I will die on enemy phase. I also try to be funny and have Sain flirt with Florina here, but I'm not going to redo that because... fuck it, it wasn't that funny to begin with anyway. But yeah, Sain and Raph are getting near. I could have them attack the boss and end it a little bit earlier, but since Florina doesn't often get the chance to get good combats in, I ultimately decide to let Florina take care of the boss so that she can get the experience. Also because now that I know that Hector is down there, and I do know a good bit of the story of this game, I wonder what would happen if I get someone who works for Hector in the future down there to talk to him. The two people that will work for Hector in the future are Sarah and Matthew. So, since I don't have Matthew on this map, I now make it a point to try to get Sarah down at that house to see if I can get her to talk to Hector, hoping that I can get some type of reward for having to talk to one another. Now I'm over to Florina, and I ultimately decide to have her heal herself because I do not want her to die on enemy phase. But I'll keep her there because she's of no real danger. She's winning this fight perfectly fine. Even if she's not winning it quickly, she's winning it efficiently, and that's what matters. Plus, chip damage still gives you experience. And you level up slower in the old games than you do in the new games, so chip experience really is necessary if you want to get your unit up a bit. So yeah, here I am checking to see who I can have visit Hector. I briefly wonder if Urk's ever seen him, but I ultimately go Sarah. Excuse me, is anyone home? An empty house. How dull. Whew, thought you would find me for sure. She's been working for my brother in Bern. And now she's returned. Huh. And yeah, I was a little disappointed at that. I was really hoping I'd get some unique well, not unique dialogue. I obviously got unique dialogue. But I was hoping I would get something from Hector. Sadly, that didn't happen, so I just continue on. I then wonder if Lynn could get dialogue with Hector, but ultimately I don't bother having Lynn talk to her. I have Lynn rush over to Florina's side because I'm convinced, I'm not sure if this is true or not, but I'm convinced with Nil's unit, with Nil's movement and his dance skill, I can get Lynn next to Florina. And if I can get Florina some support points. Again, I still don't fully know how support works in this game. I'm fairly certain it's by ending your turn next to somebody. But yeah, I'm trying to get Lynn next to Florina. I drew question, should I have somebody else help her? But ultimately, I don't want anyone helping her, and nobody near her has support points with her. I checked the support meter, I bitch about how there's no real hints here about who can support with who, no arrow ups, no names, no nothing. So I ultimately just say fuck it and don't bother, and just have Florina continue to attack him. If Florina can't kill him fast enough, I'll have Lynn stand next to her. And thanks to the level up, Florina can double now. I checked to see if she could double with other weapons. I don't know why I checked that. It was pretty obvious she wouldn't double with other weapons. But I checked nonetheless. And Florina gets the kill. You were only striking at air. You are too late. The girl is already... bleh. And we get some good experience. Nils, where's your sister? Ninian! Ninian. She's not here. Why? Where could she be? My lady Lindis. A villager spotted a group of men riding south. The boy's dear sister. They must have her. Come, We must give chase. But we won't make it. What if they're already... Are you looking for this girl here? And then I get shocked to see Elliewood, because again, I forgot we meet them this early. Ninian. She'll be fine. She just lost consciousness. Who are you? I'm Elliewood, a fairy. My father is the Marquess. The Marquess's son. She was with a band of ruffians. She seemed upset and fuckable. She looked in need of rescuing. Was I wrong to involve myself? No, you saved her life. Thank you. My name is Lynn. I'm from Sakai, a Marquess Callan's granddaughter. Marquess Callan. And that's my story. It's not an easy tale to believe, I know. No, I do believe you. What? At first I glanced. All I saw was a daughter of the plains folk. Now I can see it, though. You have your grandfather's eyes. Do you know my grandfather? The Marquess Lord Hostin is my father's good friend. I also know that proud people of Sakai tell no lies. It's true, isn't it? I find that bullshit. No one doesn't tell lies, but whatever. Yes, thank you. I would not have expected any Lycian noble to be so courteous to a Sakaean nomad. You seem to be in trouble. May I be of assistance? Thank you for your kind offer. This is my problem, though. I'll deal with it. Can't have any other lords in my story. I see. I'll be in the area a few days longer. If you need anything, please, let me know. Lindis, I'm on your side. Elliewood, thank you. Ninian, are you awake? Nils, is it really you? Oh, you're safe. Uh-huh. These people helped me. Who are they? I'm Lynn. I'm glad you're feeling better. Milady Lynn, thank you. I'm called Ninian. My brother Nils and I are traveling performers. Both of you? Your brother's a musician. How about you, Ninian? I dance. What? Oh my, you're a dancer? Sain. Later, please. Yeah, of course. A dancer? Your clothes don't look like those of a dancer. Ninian dances to honor life. It's, special. Sacred. A sacred dance? What does that mean? The dance I perform when we travel is a normal dance. My other dance, though. When they caught me, I twisted my ankle. I cannot dance to aid you. I'm sorry. Please, don't worry. We're just happy to see that you're out of harm's way. Also, the reason she can't dance is to avoid two dancers being able to dance each other. Thank you. But I am concerned about your leg. You can't travel on it. I have an idea. Would it be too much to ask that we travel with you? I cannot allow that. It's far too dangerous. We're being hunted. We never know when we're going to be attacked. We wouldn't be a hindrance. We could even help you. Right, Ninian? Yes. We might be able to repay our debt using our special talents. No, thank you. I do not need a stripper. I spread the joke out a little longer in the past. When something poses a threat to us, we can sense its approach. Like Sain, I saw him coming a mile away. Truly? That's amazing. We can feel it coming, but we can do nothing to stop it. That's what she said. You're a warrior, though, so you wouldn't be in trouble. What do you think, Kent? I think leaving them here would cause Lady Lindis's more worry than having them travel with us. Sain? Oh, never mind. I know what your answer is. Do you really want to travel with us? Of course! You have our gratitude, milady. Oh. What's wrong, Ninian? I have lost my ring. And at this part, you'll notice the game pauses. That's because I realize this is a Gaiden chapter, and I explained this to y'all. So, if you beat a map fast enough, I believe it's, it was either 7 turns or 15. I don't remember for this map. I think it's 7 turns for this map, and 15 for the next. You'll get an extra mission. For some fucking reason, beating this map quickly makes Ninian notice she lost her ring. Why the hell beating this map quickly makes her notice this? I don't know. I assume the logic is because we did this fast, the people that have her ring haven't gotten far. No, not Ninny's Grace. At this point, I stopped playing the game for a second to check my phone because I went, wait, Ninny's Grace? That sounds familiar. I read something like that in Fire Emblem Heroes. And I did. Ninny's Ice Lance is the weapon that Eliwood uses, so I noticed that that's linked to Ninian directly. But that's all I noticed. I thought Ninny's Grace was one of Ninian's weapons, and it isn't. At least not for Ninian I own. Anyway, we don't need this long pause. Nothing happens during it, so we'll skip ahead. Apparently, I skipped back a little bit too far. The very one. They stole it? Those curs! Was it valuable? It was a keepsake from our departed mother. It was blessed by the spirit of Ninnis. And then I point out how cute that is, because that means Eliwood is using her mother's lance. There's no other like it in the world. And now we've lost it to those villains. There's nothing we can do. You're right. Can I talk to you, Dwayne? What's up? You heard all that, right? What do you think? I'd really love to retrieve Ninian's ring for her. But if Nils is right, those thieves might prove to be too strong for us. What should we do? When you fulfill certain conditions, side quests may make themselves apparent to you. Side quests allow you to learn things that aren't a part of the main story. You might meet tough new enemies, or find new companions to travel with. However, side quests are very difficult, and once begun, you must finish them to completion. If you plan to challenge a side quest, I suggest you keep the save data from your last mission. Not accepting side quests is fine. If you're in a hurry to pursue the main story, skip side quests. So yeah, I've had explained how I'm going to handle side quests, and I'm going to do them. Embark on a side quest? Yes, I have no intention of letting them pass. You want to help them? That's great. I was hoping you'd say that, Dwayne. Kent, Sain. These men were headed south. We must give pursuit. On your word, milady. There's no turning back now. Let's ride. I do like that Sain is considered a proper retainer to Lyn. I genuinely forgot that Kent and Sain were considered her two retainers. Anyway, at this point, I explained that while I am saving this in a different file, it's not because I intend on going back if I fail the side quest. I do think that Fire Emblem should be played straight through. You should not reset if you lose a good unit. Yes, I'm guilty of doing that in the past, but nowadays, I try not to do so. So I explain here that the second file is not to go back. It's simply so that if a recording goes wrong, I can go back and replay the level. Funnily enough, I was supposed to do that this time, because as you can hear from my post-commentary, I did fuck up the last recording, so I should have replayed the level. But, I didn't want to replay it, so I instead decided to do a post-commentary. Anyway, that's it for today's episode of Fire Emblem 7. Hopefully next time, I won't mess up, and we'll have proper audio, rather than having to redo a, rather than having to redo a post-commentary. If you enjoyed this episode and feel I deserve it, you can donate to me at buymeacoffee.com/KingD353. Every donation is appreciated. For as $1, you can join our Discord. We can chat, play video games, share memes, and have ourselves a grand old time. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see all you beautiful people later. Deuces, Kingdom.